Hi, everybody. I just got back from Bitcoin Nashville. I was at the conference. Trump spoke. I also met the Hawk Tuah girl.
You gotta give him that hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
But yeah, I ran into her at the airport. I saw her at the baggage claim. We must have been on the same flight from LA to Nashville. So I went up to her and I was like, "Are you the Hawk Tuah girl?" I then met her at Karate Combat. She was nice. She seems really nice. She's got a really thick, like, Southern Tennessee accent. Sweet girl. I did hear a rumor that she's starting a coin. I'm not going to support anybody's coin, so I'm just going to make clear right now that this video is not in support of anyone's coin. I have made it a rule for myself that I do not accept any crypto sponsorships because it feels like it would be antithetical to the reason why I started this channel, which was because I got rugged by Celsius. Not to say that Celsius was a coin, although they did have a Cell token, but I've been rugged by a crypto fraud. And I do think a lot of these coins turn out to be scams and a lot of people get rugged. So I just don't feel right promoting any of those coins. Hi, G-Lock. G-Lock, why do you watch my YouTube video? G-Lock, I already told you that I was in a new relationship, but I'm in LA right now because my boyfriend lives in LA. So I got an apartment in LA as like a trial run to see how this relationship goes. But I'm fucking insane. So if it ends, it's probably my fault because I'm crazy. Quick pause, but have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that draws flavor into your mouth and fills the void that ditching a bad habit can leave. Fume does not contain any vapor or nicotine, so it's not addictive, and it does not require batteries. In other words, you'll never need to charge it and you can use it anywhere you go. Flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor were compared to sticky soda, Fume cores are closer to herbal teas. Fume has tons of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint or orange vanilla, and with flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. Personally, I love the crisp mint flavor. It's more flavorful than I expected, and it feels really refreshing in my mouth. The flavors are non-toxic, so it's a great guilt-free alternative, and it looks awesome too. You can feel the weighted, high-quality design, and it was actually made to fidget with. It helps calm anxiety with magnets, snaps, and clicks. Fume also continuously invests in third-party studies to ensure the safety of their products and is backed by doctors in the United States. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you could be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code tiffanyfong to get your free topper. It's the perfect accessory for your Fume device. Slip it onto the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. It's also chewable for those of you who love to fidget, and it's reusable. Head to tryfume.com, that's tryfum.com, and use code tiffanyfong or scan the QR code on screen to get your free Fume topper when you order the Journey Pack today. Thank you so much to Fume, and back to the video. I ended up meeting my boyfriend at NFT NYC. This is so embarrassing because I feel like I'm someone who's pretty vehemently against like NFTs, meme coins, crypto in general. I find stupid. But am I Team Trump or Team Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.? I mean, Joe Biden dropped out of the race, so do you mean Kamala Harris? I've stated publicly at this point that I will be voting for Trump. Honestly, I don't consider myself an ultra political person. I generally try to stay away from talking about politics on YouTube and Twitter, and just in general, I don't really talk about politics that much in my day-to-day life. I feel like there are very few issues I care about, and one of them is my money. And as some of you may know, I do hold crypto. I mean, you may have seen my Celsius account. I left 3.1 Bitcoins and 11.6 ETH in Celsius. I would say a lot of my net worth is in crypto. And I feel that Joe Biden was generally quite anti-crypto. And Trump is, publicly at least, coming out as very pro-crypto. So he actually just today released Donald Trump sneakers. Trump sneakers. President Trump's official crypto sneakers. Anyway, you might think I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not going to quibble with anyone online about my entire political stance. I'd say that I'm generally relatively in the middle. I don't consider myself very right-wing or very left-wing. I probably lean a bit right. Also, Biden was like fucking senile, decrepit. There's no way I was ever going to vote for Biden. And I've never voted for Biden. And Trump has since spoken at the Bitcoin conference, so I got to see him in person live.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done.
He made us all wait for like over an hour, I think, for him to come up Granted, understandable after the assassination attempt. I would say that the highlights that stood out in my mind were that he said that on day one of his presidency, he would fire Gary Gensler.
On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
That got a huge hurrah from the audience. He told us to never sell our Bitcoins. He said that the United States would not be selling any Bitcoin if he were to be president. He said that he thought that Bitcoin would surpass gold at some point. He was honestly fucking hilarious. He's like a stand-up comedian. I don't even know if he's trying to be funny or not. He might be being completely serious, but just his personality, his tone of voice, how over the top he is speaking, he just makes me laugh a lot. Is that something we need in a president? Not necessarily, but I do find him incredibly entertaining. So many of you are so mad that I'm voting for Trump, but like, I don't really give a shit, so. Am I dating Elon Musk? I'm not dating Elon Musk. Hi, Patrick. Put out a video every week. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, Patrick. So I actually met Razzlekhan or whatever at Bitcoin Nashville. I actually met her at another crypto conference too. Patrick says that Razzlekhan is his favorite rapper.
Razzlekhan, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep. Beep, 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 beep.
But a lot of my friends think that she's a Fed. I don't know if that's true or not. She's probably not a federal agent. I don't know. People thought that I was a Fed, so I feel like I generally assume most people are not federal agents because there was a long period of time where people were saying that I was a federal agent. And I think it's obvious now that I'm not a federal agent. I miss you, Patrick. Patrick, we need to catch up on the phone soon. I've said this multiple times to Patrick's face, but Patrick is like the funniest person I've ever spoken to. Like, I talk to Patrick on the phone sometimes, and I literally like am like crying, laughing. He's so funny. Patrick is so funny and so smart. He's like a genius. So I like am so embarrassed that Patrick ever watches anything that I do. It is so cringeworthy. I don't deserve Patrick as a friend. I have no idea why Patrick Boyle is friends with me because he's just such a sweet angel. I just really admire Patrick. He's so lovely. I feel like Patrick is like one of the best people I've met through doing all of this stuff. Yes, please go do something more useful with your time, Patrick, because I don't know why I just get on these live streams and I just like say too many things and then I need to delete them. I just haven't made a video in like over a week and I'm just sitting here. So I was like, I need to just make something. Now that I'm in a relationship, ultimately, I was going to say that my goals have never really been career oriented. I haven't been ambitious in a career sense really ever in my life. I've officially hit 30 years old. I just want to have kids and a family. I'm very focused on my relationship, my interpersonal relationships with my friends, my family, etc. So I've mostly just been putting time into that. Over the past year and a half, I've gotten, or I guess 2 years, I've gotten more attention than I ever anticipated from starting this channel. And I feel like if I wanted to pursue being a quote unquote influencer, I feel like I've had a layup after the past couple of years because I've gotten a lot of press and attention just based on random things that have happened to me over the past couple of years, just Celsius and then, you know, talking to SBF and all that stuff. I feel like I got more attention than I ever anticipated. So I feel like if I wanted to pursue being an influencer, I could. But I've just had lots of like long talks with myself and with my close friends about the fact that I just like that's never been my main goal. I liked doing this when I want to do a video or when I want to do a live stream, but I'm just like, I never want it to become like the primary focus of my life, which is why I don't make like a lot of videos. You respect my arc. Thank you. Women who have oriented their entire lives towards making money or pursuing some high power, high profile career, like becoming a lawyer or a doctor. I feel like when you hit 30, your biological clock might begin to tick, and biologically, we do have a window in which we are fertile and able to have children. So I would hate to not have come to this conclusion until later in my life, because I feel like some people come to this conclusion too late and then are maybe unable to have children. Oh, I also forgot to mention that Bitcoin Nashville gave me the whale pass. And I looked up how much this whale pass costs. $21,000. So I'm like, what do you get from a whale pass? Okay, what do you get from a whale pass? At risk of never getting a whale pass again, to go to this conference. Not worth it. They offer you access to the backstage VIP lounge. It's just a little room. I thought they'd have food. They didn't even have food most of the day. I think they leave food out for like 1 hour for lunchtime and then they take it away. So every time I came back in there, no food. Oh, I did run into Martin Shkreli back there, and Martin Shkreli and I no longer are friends. So that was kind of awkward. But I did run into Martin Shkreli back there. They did have little, like, 2 massage beds. They had those IVs for when you're hungover.
There are IVs. Kind of cool.
They had those IVs. What else do they have back there? I mean, I think that sometimes some, like, quote unquote big Bitcoin influencer people like Michael Saylor were hanging out back there. So if you really like want to Michael Saylor, then you could spend $21,000 on a whale pass, I guess. Okay, you also get access to the Whale Night Sunset Rooftop Party to network and party in style. I didn't actually go to that, so maybe that was really cool. I didn't go to that. I was with my boyfriend. We just got like steak and like didn't go to a lot of events. So, you know, maybe some of these events were really cool, but I did not utilize the full extent of this $21,000 pass. That's an insane number. Another person though that was at the Bitcoin conference that I really wanted to meet was Russell Brand. Someone texted me. Oh, well, hopefully Patrick isn't watching this anymore, but Zeke Fox wrote a book on SBF called Number Go Up. I've heard it's really good. Zeke texted me and said that Russell Brand was doing like a photo op. So I rushed to the conference and he had just finished. So he was exiting the conference and I spotted him from like across the hall and I forced my boyfriend to come run after Russell Brand with me, but maintain a safe enough distance to where he didn't think I was stalking him. So I just walked at least 10 to 15 paces behind him. So I was just like, yeah, I just happened to be going this way too. I'm totally not following Russell Brand. But then I saw that he was with his family. As I got closer and closer, I saw he was with his family. And I was like, I can't hound this guy when he's with his kids. That's fucking weird. But I would say that since I'm not that into crypto, I'd say that Russell Brand to me was more interesting than like Michael Saylor. I don't give a shit about Bitcoin. Well, I give a shit about Bitcoin to the extent that I hold some, but I don't really care about meeting like Michael Saylor or anything. But Russell Brand would have been very cool to meet. I went to the whale party the first year. It was fine. It was nice. I mean, when you go to the Bitcoin conference, there are literally constant side events. If you're ever going to a conference, I'll probably have a side event list that I can send you, so feel free to ask me in my DMs. Actually, that sounds like it might be annoying to get people asking me like to send them events, but usually there are like side event lists. So there are usually tons of overlapping events on the whale nights. So it's not like you're going to be sitting at home doing nothing if you don't get a whale pass. There are going to be other events. When you went, Kathy Wood was there. Oh, you know who else I did see in the whale area the first year that I went? So like last year, the Winklevoss twins were hanging out in the whale area. So I guess like if you really care about networking, the whale pass could, I was going to say it could maybe be worth it, but really is $21,000 to like meet a Winklevoss really going to be worth it? The likelihood that they're going to like actually be interested in anything you have to say is probably low. I saw the Winklevoss twins back there last year and I was like, I didn't even go up and introduce myself because I'm like, why would they want to talk to me? I also just have quite a low opinion of myself. So anytime I see anyone important, I'm like, they don't want to meet me. And I just don't introduce myself to anybody. So I'm going to go because my laptop's going to die. But I love you all so very much. I will be on Twitter at tiffanyfong with 1_. I'm also I have a second YouTube channel, which is Tiffany Fong TV. So youtube.com/@tiffanyfongtv, which is where I usually leave live streams up because I delete them from my main channel, Tiffany Fong. Where else can you find me? I'm on Instagram at Tiffany Fong. If you want to donate to me, I left my donation links. And I gotta go because my laptop is gonna die. Bye. Oh, you love me forever. I love you forever too, G-Lock. Love you, G-Lock. Let's catch up. We should do a phone call. Let's talk soon. I miss you. And I also, just as an update to G-Lock, I haven't talked to Sam since June, early June, because I got that phone call from MDC and I still don't know who it was. G-Lock, if you can find out who called me from MDC on June 8th, I haven't spoken to Sam since I got 2 phone calls that I missed from MDC Brooklyn. So I don't know what happened, but I haven't spoken to Sam since then. Any updates on Sam? You let me know. Or Sheila, maybe we can do another video soon.